Hey guys, so it's Grizzly here, and I'm going to start my new segment of doing Shadow Era games, which I will show to you guys. So as we get up to me getting into the game, I'm just going to tell you that I'm going to do some commentary because I can't seem to get audio to work for now, but we'll see if I can get that working in the future. So as you can see, I play Boris Skullcrusher as my main deck, and I'm against a human hero archer. So, and this is an ally-focused, primarily, at least usually when I face him, champion. So with my first sacrifice, waiting for this guy to finish his turn, taking a somewhat long time with it. So as you can see with my first sacrifice, I immediately get rid of my Valiant Defender, and that might seem like an odd choice, but the way I sacrifice cards is that every card in my deck is pretty useful, so my first turn I just sacrifice the one that I think won't be useful for a while, and with my deck, you'll see that I usually don't need Valiant Defender cards. So coming up on my second sacrifice, and first he drops down his Dirk Saber. Now this guy actually proves to be a little annoying. This sacrifice might seem pretty controversial. I do get rid of my King's Pride. The only reason is that it's going to be at least 5 turns before I can even play that card, and you know, I'm going to need that second summon, and every other card in my hand may be something I need. So the reason I played that first 2/3 card is because with his Dirk Saber, he won't be able to kill it, even though I won't be able to counterattack. Well, at least that's what I think. And that kind of decision is something that I sometimes luck out on, sometimes I think about, but this one time I did think about it. So he does cast his Flaming Arrow and ignites my my monster, little prick. And I do like to banter with my opponents. I try not to BM. I mean, there have been some late nights where I have done it. I'm not going to lie. So I lose my 2/3, and I'm back to nothing. So you see me get rid of my Kurt card again, and once again, that's one of those decisions that I made just because it was the easiest loss to accept. So I check down on my Priest of the Light. I get some health back. He loses the Shadow Energy, which is a huge bonus to that Priest of the Light card. I love those cards. And once again, it's an enemy that, even though I can't counterattack his monster, he won't be able to kill. So, I've always, just talking a little bit about me while we wait for the game to really get going here, I've always been a big fan of, of ally-focused decks, you know, decks that focus on just getting as many monsters on the field and buffing them up and overwhelming your opponent. I've tried my hand at some direct damage mage decks, I've tried my hand at some hero buffing decks, and this is definitely the best fit for me. So you see me get rid of one of my Dirk Sabers, because I already have one, and cast my 8 on the Brave to buff all my creatures' attack power. Another great card for you human players, by the way. And I finally get rid of that pesky Dirk Saber, and now we see me in a very positive position. Now, some of you may be thinking, why didn't I use my Shadow Energy with my Boris Skullcrusher to kill the Dirk Saber and directly attack the Hunter? Well, the reason is that I like to save that backup Shadow Energy for those clutch kills. You know, enemies that are really annoying or enemies that have stealth. Any number of reasons why I wouldn't be able to attack them normally. Or if he manages to get rid of all my creatures on the field, that last Shadow Energy, that last-ditch effort can really be the lifesaver. So you see me throw down my Dirk Saber and get rid of another Valiant Defender because I probably won't be needing it. And now I'm free to start hacking away at his life points. I'm sorry if I say life points. The last CCG that I played seriously was Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a kid, so I kind of just know it as life points. And I'm sure many of you stopped watching the video right there. So, you know, I mean, this is the part of the game where you really start wondering if anything can go wrong for you, and that's usually when things do. Man. In the future, I'm going to try and find some music. If it's a game that I'm not going to have a lot of commentary on, I will try to find some music. This was a good counterattack by him. He managed to lower my 8 on the Brave to 1 health, and then he chooses to ignite my Priest, which does eliminate one of my monsters and severely weaken the other one. If he had gotten another Flaming Arrow card or something, I'm sure he would have played it. And now you see me get rid of the card that I've been clinging to this whole game, which is my Crippling Blow. I love my Crippling Blow cards. They often help me take down, the Stormcallers or any other really powerful high summon monsters that people rely on for their late game. But at this point, I've kind of figured that I'm probably not gonna need that massive play to take this game. If there's a type of music that you guys really don't want to hear, I mean, I'm not gonna throw dubstep on here. I tend to prefer hard rock like Disturbed, 3 Days Grace, Five Finger Death Punch. At the same time, I probably won't be playing much of the harder Five Finger Death Punch stuff because this is a card game. I mean, I don't see people headbanging to card games, but I could be wrong there. So we see the game winding down here. I get rid of my haste monsters so I can chuck out my Aeon Stormcaller. And that really just solidifies it for me, because now he can't even use his Ignite card on my Aeon the Brave, and he can't do anything else to any of my other monsters until he gets rid of my Stormcaller, and he has no monsters out on the field that he can even use. And you just see me finish up my turn, bring him down to 7. I was really surprised I didn't see any of my Blood Frenzies this game. I usually see a lot of those. I have 4 in my deck. But, I don't know, this was one of those games. He does retreat my Aeon Stormcaller, which in any other situation might have helped him get the upper hand again. But at the moment, he's just incredibly far behind. I actually didn't mean to get rid of my War Banner, by the way. I meant to play it, but I was just kind of tripping over myself as I got to the end of this. Those are the kind of little mistakes that could have lost me the game in a close match, though, so you really do have to be careful. And there it is, game over. So thanks very much for watching, and leave your comments below. Thanks, guys.